Episode 153. Genius Take the Wheel. Yeah, definitely not the best uh, experience today. Um, anyway, if you guys are watching this as part of a replay, I salute you. Thank you very much. Yeah, today was not the worst time I've ever had in the gym, but the beginning was pretty bad. And the weird part is, I actually went to bed at a decent time. I stayed asleep for pretty much the entire time, and it went horribly. It went horribly. Um, um, Obviously, I go to this gym on Tuesdays for leg days. Today, my body really just did not want to respond at all. Um, very, uh, very disheartening. Um, I was going to try to do 3 sets of 3 at 5:45 today, and I barely got through 1 set of 3 at 4:55 today. I just could not produce any force because of the fear of injury in my left knee. The top of my left knee, the patella, has not felt good pretty much since Sunday. Really, the second half of Saturday, and so uh, because it's felt so bad, I was really worried about today, and for good reason. Um, I went down to 365, which is a very comfortable weight for me to do 12 repetitions. It did not feel good whatsoever. The leg curl didn't feel good. The nerve pain that ran from my hamstring down to into my ankles and my ankle on the right side. I really just could not even really pick up my right leg without very severe, I would probably say, not very severe, but moderate to severe uh, electrical like pain running down, just trying to pick it up to get into position. Just woeful, just a woeful. I had to cut the leg workout short. So what I did was I did what I was supposed to do later in the day, and that went a whole lot better. I got into my horizontal pull work. And um, I was actually, you know, low key happy with the horizontal pull work that I was able to do, because in my home gym, the dumbbells only go up to 75 pounds. And we don't have the kind of, machines that are good for row at home like what I have, here at this gym. So when the leg day didn't go well and I had to kind of cut it short, I I took advantage of that, and I hit the heavy horizontal pull, and by all accounts, that went extremely well. Um, Very surprisingly, went extremely well. Um, I hit the um, I hit the cable flexion row, because they have a machine that's actually set up for flexion rows. And I warmed my way up to 209 pounds uh, on a medium wide horizontal grip. Well, horizontal, I would probably say medium wide, but the grip was neutral, a neutral grip. And I did 3 working sets of 5 flexion rows at 209, which is around, well, the discomfort in my right leg started to go away around this time, which I found to be very interesting. Um, then I moved over to a machine row, a low machine row, and I piled up 3 45-pound plates on each side. And obviously I warmed up at 1 plate, and then 2 plates, and then got to the third. And then I hit 3 pretty good sets of 5 at I guess you would call that 135 if you're not counting the actual row machine itself. 3 plates. That was pretty cool to hit that for 3 plates on each side. And then, because like I told you guys, we don't have dumbbells at my apartment gym that go heavier than 75. Um, Being in a gym that has dumbbells that go up to 150 is actually quite nice. So, um, because I was running out of time, I just quickly grabbed the 90-pound dumbbell, and then I wrapped off 3 sets of 10 on each side of the bent over dumbbell row. And that was nice. It was nice to be able to grab a nice heavy dumbbell that I normally don't have access to, and just like wrap out 10 strong, uh, really good repetitions. Um, so, you know, I might have been able to do 95 or 100 pounds for a considerable amount of reps as well, if I wanted to push it, but I was already fatiguing out. So it was already all good. So that was actually that part of the experience was nice. And then when I left the gym, I felt no discomfort in my right leg. Now, for those who were here on Saturday, I told you guys that when I was squatting, I felt a pop in my back. I heard it too. And that created quite a bit of fear. And then the pain and the discomfort in my right leg disappeared for the rest of the day. And only remnants of the pain really could be perceptible on Sunday. And there was more discomfort yesterday, but not a whole lot. And then today I just woke up feeling like absolute trash, unfortunately. So I really hope I don't have to go back east, because I cannot afford that today. I cannot afford to go east. Um, yeah, not happy about this. Whatever is causing this delay needs to clear up. So yeah, today, and I tell you guys all the time, you're not going to have it every time out for a variety of reasons. For me, it was probably equal parts psychological and equal parts physical. Today did not really feel good in my legs at all. But one of the things that I kind of take a little bit of solace in is that I have two more leg days for the week. So, my back feels pretty good. My leg feels okay, but did not get nearly the amount of work in that I wanted to get in. I didn't even bother with the leg extensions. But once I started really working that row, that heavy row, um, it really started to get good. So I have to say I am pretty enthused about the back work that I did today. And basically, after I go and do, the work that I got to go do now, I can pretty much let my body recover until the early evening. So things could be a lot worse. I'm trying to keep my mind focused on the positive stuff that's out there for me. I talked to Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus. I was texting with him, and I would tell him this directly, but he's way too much of a conservative apologist. So I'll kind of help you guys to understand what I'm talking about. So we do know that there's a big fake controversy um, referencing Haitian migrants in the state of Ohio, specifically, I believe it's at Springfield. Now, the origins of this falsehood comes from apparently some online neo-Nazi groups that were trying to find ways to demonize dark-skinned people and you know people coming to this country, in a variety of different ways. And basically, the politicians who are running for public office, the highest public office in the entire nation, dare I say it, the entire world, quickly jumped on a fake story and then fed it to the American people as if it was verifiable and a fact. Now, a lot of signs have pointed to the would-be Vice President J.D. Vance. He has been slowly but surely getting closer and closer to just flat out admitting that he lied on a group of people so that he could get more support for his cause, which is to get Donald Trump elected, which is also a guy that he claimed that he thought was a bad guy. So a guy that not that long ago he thought was a bad guy, he's trying to help him become president. Now, the latest quote that I heard from Mr. Vance, he says, if I have to create stories to highlight the suffering of the American people, I'm going to do it. Something to the effect of that. Now, the first part is a direct quote. If I have to create stories, what do we say? What do we say about a created story? We would say that it is a fabrication. I think that we can all understand what a fabrication is. I think we all know. We usually call a created story a fabrication, and when you create that story and you try to pass it off as true, we call such fabrications lies. Now, for some conservatives or people who are apologists for conservatives, if somebody told them that a man can give birth, they could easily tell that that's a fabrication and a lie. But when a guy tells you in plain English that he lied by using all of the synonyms of the word lie, and you still can't accept that he lied when he is telling you that he will create a story if he believes that he has to. I remember there was this one journalist named Brian Williams who lost his career. Well, why did he lose his career? He lost his career because he said that he was in war zones and that he witnessed certain things happening in these war zones, which turned out to be false. He was never in any of these war zone situations, which you can say is a journalist version of stolen valor. Now, when he concocted these stories, when he fabricated these stories, when he created those stories, that was enough for NBC News to part ways with one of their top ratings getters. Because in order for people to trust your outlet, you can't just be out here saying whatever. Now, we won't accept that from an NBC News anchor who reads off of a teleprompter for a living. But apparently, it's acceptable when the guy who is supposed to become the vice president of the country, it is acceptable for him to create stories then and pass them off as true. Then it's not a lie. It's just a fabrication. Wait, that's right. Fabrication is another word for a lie in this context. So it definitely is a source of frustration for me that people are so hell bent on playing for their team and being loyal to their colors that they are willing to embrace outright lies that are obvious. And then, when proven to be false, they will then try to rationalize why it's okay for them to lie. And this is why I don't like politicians. I don't like people who are fans of any particular politician. I it's just gross to me. I think it's gross. Absolutely gross. So, I was kind of lamenting to him the frustration that I feel when I recognize that I live in the world. I live in a world, I live in a time in the world where accurate information is the easiest to procure, to get access to, than at any time, any other time in human history. And people will still hear a blatant and easy to identify lie, and they will hold on to it as if it were gospel because they are a fan, a fanatic of the person who said the lie. That really bugs me. I know that, I just talked about the lies of this particular political party, but the other side is no better. This is just such a blatant, obvious lie with racial overtones to the lie. It's weird. It's a weird time. Anyway, I'm going to be up out of here. I have to alert the client that um, the traffic is absolutely hellacious in a way that I could not predict. And I'm actually quite pissed off. So, I want to thank y'all for constantly uh, supporting what I do here on this channel. I wish that it could have been a more bright and cheery uh, stream today. That was my intention, but I gotta admit, this traffic is really pissing me off. And I have a delicate relationship with the client that I'm headed towards right now. And to go 7 blocks in 15 minutes really grinds my gears. So, again, thank you guys for supporting Seditionalists. I salute you. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, a quick reminder that you guys are all strong people because you've earned the right to believe through hard work. Keep working hard, get to the next level. And I'll see you on Thursday.